this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you all how to crochet the very beautiful mesh crop top. Now, let's get into materials. So you're going to be needing a 5mm hook, 5-ply mule cotton yarn, measuring tape, scissors, and stitch markers. So you can either make use of a different color of yarn or safety pins if you don't have a stitch marker. And for the yarn and hook, you can make use of whatever yarn or hook you have available. Just make sure you take your measurements correctly and you're going to be fine. Now let's start off the tutorial. To begin, start by making a slip knot first. I'll be leaving the measurement guide for each size on the screen, so chain the total number of chains that measures up to the size that you're making this for. So I'm making mine for a size large, and I'll make enough chains that measures up to 12.5 inches. So for mine, I did a total of 41 chains and this measures 12.5 inches. Now, it's very important for you to note that the total number of chains that you make should be in an odd number. This will help you easily identify the middle stitch on your chain. So the next step is to identify the middle stitch. You can either do that by easily counting the total number of stitches you have to identify the middle stitch, or you make use of the formula that I'll be leaving on the screen. So for me, my middle stitch is the 21st stitch. So place your stitch marker on your middle stitch, like so. Now let's start up row 1. So you're going to make 2 chains extra. Skip 3 chains and place a double crochet stitch into the 4th chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the 4th chain, yarn over, pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. And that's how you make a double crochet. So we're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the chains till we get to where we placed our stitch marker, that is our middle stitch. So guys, I've worked till I got to my stitch marker. So take out your stitch marker and now make a double crochet into the next chain. Chain up 2, into that same chain, make another double crochet. So now we're going to continue making a double crochet in each chain till we get to the very last chain here. I've worked till I got to the end and I have a total of 20 double crochet stitches here as well. Let's start up row 2. For row 2, chain up 4, these 4 chains count as 1 double crochet and a chain 1 stitch. Now turn your work and you're going to skip this very first stitch here, skip the next stitch and go into the 3rd stitch with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch and go into the next stitch with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip one stitch, go into the next with a double crochet, chain up one, skip one stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. Now repeat the pattern till you get to the very last stitch here before the chain 2 space. Into the chain space, make a double crochet, chain up 2, and make another double crochet into that chain space. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip one stitch, and go into the next with a double crochet, chain up 1, skip one stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. So repeat the pattern till you get to the very last stitch here. I want to show you guys how to finish up row 2. I already made my chain 1, so skip the next stitch and go into the third chain here of your starting chain from the previous row. And make a double crochet. And that's it for row 2. Now for row 3, chain up 3, and you're going to turn your work. Skip this first stitch here and go into the chain space with a double crochet. Remember, this chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the chain space, make a double crochet. Now you're going to place 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your chain space here. Into the chain space, make a double crochet, chain up 2, and into that same chain space, make a double crochet. And now we're going to repeat the pattern, make 1 double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to your very last stitch here. Now into the chain 4 space here, we're going to make 1 double crochet. So once you've done that, skip 2 chains from the bottom, 1, 2, go into the third chain with a double crochet. Now let's make row 4. Row 4 is basically the repeat of row 2. Chain up 4 and turn your work. Skip the very first stitch here and the next stitch, go into the third with a double crochet. Chain up 1 and skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. So you're going to repeat the pattern till you get to the chain space here. Now into the chain space, make a double crochet, chain up 2, and make a double crochet into the chain space. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet, chain up 1, and skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. Now repeat the pattern till you get to the very last stitch here. To finish up, skip the next stitch, go into the third chain of your starting chain on the previous row, make a double crochet. So now you're going to repeat row 2 and 3 till you're very comfortable with the length of your top. I'll do mine and tell you the measurements for my own top. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 17 rows and this measures 12 inches. So you can make yours longer or make yours shorter depending on what you intend to achieve. So now let me show you guys how to finish up the top. Chain up on and fasten off. So go ahead and make another panel exactly like this. This is mine. And the next step is to attach both panels together. So I would advise that you place this on your body and map out the row that is directly under your armpits to create an armhole. But if you can't do that, you can make use of my suggested measurement on the screen. Since I'm making mine for a size large, my armhole would be a total of 5 inches. So now I would place my stitch marker on this row. So count the amount of rows that you skipped here and do the same for the second panel on this side and on the sides as well. Now let's attach the panels together. So we're going to be attaching with slip stitches, but if you have a darning needle and you prefer to sew, you can do this with your darning needle. So flip your work to the side like this and we're going to be attaching from the bottom to the top. Now to attach, insert your hook into the top of the last stitch here and into the top of the last stitch on the other panel and attach your yarn. So you can tie this to secure. So now go back with your hook and yarn over and pull through. Chain up one and we're going to be slip stitching randomly. So what I try to do is to place at least 2 slip stitches in each row, but you can make more. Insert your hook back into the last stitch and into the last stitch on the other panel. So now I'm going to move to the next row. So just repeat like so till you get to your stitch marker. Now take out your stitch marker and slip stitch into where you placed your stitch marker. Chain up one and fasten off. Now you're going to do the same thing you did here for the other side as well. So I'm done attaching both sides together. Now flip your work to the front. And why we did that is because this side we made the slip stitches looks very rough and it automatically becomes the back of our top. Now we're going to make the straps. For the strap, I would like to double up my yarn so I can get a thicker strap, but you can make it with 1 strand of yarn. If you wear a size small and medium, I advise you make your strap thicker if you wear a size large, extra large, extra large. So let's start from this side. Insert your hook into the very last stitch here. And attach your yarn. So you can tie this up to secure. Then go back with your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Should have one loop on your hook. Go into the next stitch. Set your hook, yarn over, pull through. Should have 2 loops on your hook. So yarn over, pull through the 2 loops you have on your hook. So from here onwards, make a very long chain that you feel can go over your shoulders. So I'm done with mine. I did a total of 35 chains. So chain up 1 and cut. So you're going to repeat the same thing you did here for this other side as well and for the back panel. So I would do mine off camera. I'm done with all of my straps. So when you try this on your body, you would tie the straps like this over your shoulder. So with that, we've come to the end of the tutorial. If you ever get to make this top, I would love to see pictures of your work. Please send it to me via any of my social media handles. The link is in the description box below. And if you found this video helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you're an old subscriber, I want to say thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. And thank you for watching this video to this point. For now, bye. See you in another tutorial soon.